Hi guys, it's Jackie with Scenic Regional Library, St. Clair Branch, and today I'm going to show you how we're going to make this adorable, sweet little turkey. And not only is he super cute and super fun, but he is made with recycled cereal box, which I love. I love anything that you can repurpose and recycle just for the fun of it, really. So go to your local library branch, your scenic branch, and ask for a kit, a turkey kit, and you're gonna get what you need to make it, except for a few things you'll have to have yourself. So you'll have to get yourself some kind of a box or two of this thin cardboard. You wanna make sure you get this kind, not like an Amazon box, that's much too heavy. A couple boxes. You need a bottle of glue because you're going to make your own Mod Podge. If you have Mod Podge, you can use it, but most of us don't really keep Mod Podge at home. So what you're going to do is dump this into a container, and then you're going to fill it a little over halfway full of water, add that to the glue, and then you just mix it up, and you've got your own homemade Mod Podge. And I did use that to make him, and see, he's super sturdy, and it's really good stuff. It's really solid. And so I'm probably going to be using that a lot from now on when I do Mod Podge because it didn't stink or anything like that nasty old toxic smell you get. So I really liked it. You know, scissors, paintbrush, pencil, that kind of thing. You'll need that, obviously. And if you have it, some brown paint. You can see on mine, I got them all scuffed up, made them kind of rustic looking because I like that messy look. So if you like that, you'll need a little bit of brown paint. And last but not least, a glue gun to put it all together. You're gonna need to really stabilize it, so a hot glue gun is gonna work a lot better than regular glue. So let's get together and start making our little turkey. Okay, so now that we have all of our pieces cut, all of our cardboard cut, it's time to start putting the paper on. But I want to give you a quick pointer that will probably save lives because this can be very frustrating when it doesn't go right. But all you need to do is take your piece of paper and lay it face down, and then you're going to take your feather and lay it face down right on top, and then you're going to trace the outer edge so that you have your shape. And you're going to cut it out, and this piece of paper goes with this piece of cardboard. And then you're going to put it off to the side, and then you're going to do another one because I'm telling you, this piece of paper fits this piece of cardboard perfectly. But if I tried to put it with this one, it's not going to fit because they just never do for some reason. See that overlap? I don't know why that happens, but it does. So you want to make sure that when you trace, you're tracing it on that piece of paper, and that feather goes with that piece of paper, and then it stays together, and you put it aside. And then later when you go to do all your gluing, you pick these two up and they're working together perfectly. So that's just a little tip I had to throw in because it is kind of crucial. You can see I kind of learned the hard way with my turkey's head, you know, and I figured out then that I should have done it differently. So I'm just trying to save you some time and some frustration. All right, so now we have all of our papers cut to fit our feathers and our turkey piece of brown to fit our turkey, and now we're going to start the Mod Podge process. Very easy. All you're going to do is dip it and slather it on a real nice healthy dose of that, and you're going to put it on the back side of the piece of paper, and then you're just going to lay it on top and then put a coat over the top to kind of seal it on. And then you're going to work kind of fast, and then you're going to lay it off to the side and grab another one and do the same thing. And you want to work a little bit fast because it does dry pretty quickly. As it's drying, you'll notice that it begins to curl and bend, and that is totally and completely fine and normal because you're getting paper wet basically. So it's going to do that. But as it dries, it'll get much, much better, and you will be able to get it all into shape probably in an hour or so. It'll be good to go. Also right now, I forgot to tell you, you want to go ahead and cut out your beak and your wattle and your eyes. You got those little pieces of paper in your kit, and you want to go ahead and Mod Podge those on at this time too. Okay, so here we have all of our pieces. Everything's pretty good and dry. It's been about an hour probably, so you can let it go overnight or however long you want. But you'll notice some of my pieces are still kind of curled. So I'm just gonna take and bend them. And look, it just goes right into shape, just how you want it. Just take each one and bend it backwards or however you want it to get it into shape. Okay. And then once they're all bent about like I like them, you might have to do this a few times even after we paint them or whatever, you still might have to do it again. But anyway, so now we're gonna do the painting part, which I love. I love to paint, it's my favorite. So now we're gonna take our brush, and I just kind of load my brush, wipe it off a little bit, and I'm going to work my way in, from the outside in. And I want it to be a little bit messy. And the neat thing about the brown paint, and the reason I think it's important to do this step, is because you'll notice like I have all these different weird colors that don't match or anything, but the brown paint is what's just gonna pull everything together. Just kind of pulls it all together. And you just can get kind of messy all the way around all of your feathers and your turkey. Okay, so all of my pieces now have the brown paint, and now is the time to start to lay them together, lay them out, and kind of get a feel for like how I want him to look. Like I probably don't want this stripe right next to this stripe, so I'll put them on opposite sides. The main thing is I always start with the one that's going to show up back behind his head. So I think that this teal blue is going to be a nice pop of color, and it's also a way to hide this peacock is if I put it behind his head. So I'm going to just play around with it and get it to where you think you like it, and you're going to start with 5, and then you're going to fill the other 4 in those empty spots. So play around and get it to see how you like it. Ready for some hot glue. I have my turkey laid out just like I want him and no gaps. So I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to run it around the outer edge of his body, and then I'm just going to lay him down. Now there's going to be a couple of those feathers that won't get any hot glue on them because they're kind of in the background. Be careful not to burn yourself. And I'm just going to lay him down flat. Now these two here aren't touching him in any spot. So I'm gonna have to glue those on separately, but everything else should have got a little hit of glue here and there. But what you're gonna do now is you're gonna let that dry for a second, and then you'll pick it up and you're gonna hit your hot glue wherever you need to. Yep, there we go. Yeah, and like I said, it didn't glue in these two spots, but no big deal. I'm just gonna come in here and I'm gonna glue them on from behind in the perfect spot. And now this one. I hope you can see everything in the angles I've had to use today, because I have to do this myself and I don't have one of those camera holder thingies. Okay, so here he is so far, looking good. And I'm just gonna come in with some more glue here and there and just really make sure he is secure. So in between these two, take that off. All right, I think that's pretty good. And you can see he is sort of bent a little bit at an angle. But that's, like I said, remember, you can just keep, you can always curl him back. And he'll do this for, you know, a day or two. And there we go. Now I'm going to put some eyes on him. Put that back down. I'll just use the marker and put his little eyes on. And on my other one, I actually took the marker and I outlined all around it. If you wanted to do that, you can do that. You can see where I went through and just kind of sloppy sketched it, which I like to do. And you can do that with your Sharpie, or you can just leave him like this. Okay, there he is. He's so cute. I just love him. I just think he's adorable. He's really nice. He's really pretty, actually. I have another one over there decorating my cabinet. I just love him. So if you want to get one, you want to have one for yourself, you want to go down to your local scenic regional library and get a kit and go home and make one and have him ready for your turkey table this year at Thanksgiving too. Thanks so much.